قل لو كان البحر مدادا لكلمات ربي لنفد البحر قبل أن تنفد كلمات ربي ولو جئنا بمثله مددا قل إنما أنا بشر مثلكم يوحى إلي أنما إلهكم إله واحد فمن كان يرجو لقاء ربه فليعمل عملا صالحا ولا يشرك بعبادة ربه أحدا صدق الله العظيم.
चलो हामिद हयात खान नशीद पढ़ेंगे आ जाओ हामिद
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. These days I feel like you're in pain, and it feels like you're in chains. So worried you can't think straight. Will things change like rainbows after rain, and nothing ever stays the same? I know you've lost your way, 'cause you don't know what tomorrow holds. So you've gotta hold on just a little more, 'cause in the middle of you will see this love coming from above. So just spread your wings and soar. You will never know till you spread your wings and soar. You will never know until you spread your wings and soar. Embrace wisdom from mistakes, 'cause Lord knows that we've strayed, but you will find your way. So be brave when hardship comes your way, 'cause ease comes after pain, and ease comes after pain. 'Cause you don't know what tomorrow holds, so you gotta hold on just a little more, 'cause in the middle of you will see this love coming from above. So just spread your wings and soar. You will never know till you spread your wings and soar. You will never know until you spread your wings and soar. From the mountain tops to the ocean floor, I'm gonna spread my wings, so just watch me soar. No, I can't be stopped, I'm flying out that door. I'm gonna spread my wings, so just watch me soar. From the mountain tops to the ocean floor, I'm gonna spread my wings, so just watch me soar. No, I can't be stopped. I'm flying out that door. I'm gonna spread my wings, so just watch me soar.
माशाअल्लाह, माशाअल्लाह, really good. ये मुफ्ती हयात साहब का बेटा है हामिद हयात खान. कल हमें हाजी कुछ कुरान शरीफ सुना. नौमान हाजी का बेटा है.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لقد صدق الله رسوله الرؤيا بالحق لتدخلن المسجد الحرام إن شاء الله آمنين محلقين رؤوسكم ومقصرين لا تخافون فعلم ما لم تعلموا فجعل من دون ذلك فتحا قريبا. هو الذي أرسل رسوله بالهدى ودين الحق ليظهره على الدين كله وكفى بالله شهيدا. محمد رسول الله والذين معه أشداء على الكفار رحماء بينهم تراهم ركعا سجدا يبتغون فضلا من الله ورضوانا سيماهم في وجوههم من أثر السجود ذلك مثلهم في التوراة ومثلهم في الإنجيل كزرع أخرج شطأه فآزره فاستغلظ فاستوى على سوقه يعجب الزراع ليغيظ بهم الكفار. وعد الله الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات منهم مغفرة وأجرا عظيما. صدق الله العظيم.
ما شاء الله. टीम साहब मैं सोचा आज इन छुट्टी करते हैं. चलो आ जाओ जल्दी आ जाओ.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dushi pad lijiye. I request inshallah everybody to join in. مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم مولاي صل وسلم من أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم محمد سيد الكونين والثقلين محمد سيد الكونين والثقلين والفارقين من عرب ومن عجم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم هو الحبيب الذي ترجى شفاعته هو الحبيب الذي ترجى شفاعته لكل هول من الأهوال مقتحم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم يا ربي بالمصطفى بلغ مقاصدنا يا ربي بالمصطفى بلغ مقاصدنا واغفر لنا ما مضى يا واسع الكرم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم
चलो यार बयान करेंगे छुट्टी का अभी मैं बयान शुरू करूंगा फिर मैसेज आएगा कि पिज़्ज़ा आ गया है ख़त्म करो आज है कुछ दावत की दावत नहीं है अरे यार दावत है तो फिर तो ठंडा नहीं करना चाहिए दावत कितने बजे आएगी दावत आप पास 14 मिनट है यार 14 मिनट्स में क्या बयान करें आज तो हमने 29वां सिपारा पढ़ा उसमें सूरज जिन पड़ी सूरज जिन से सब डर जाते हैं कारी इदरीस साहब इतने जय्यत पक्के हाफिज हैं फिर भी सूरज जिन में भूल पड़ गई क्योंकि जिन्नात से सब डरते हैं तो जिन जो है वो अल्लाह की एक मखलूक है ना हम जैसे हैं वो अल्लाह पाक kept them in this दुनिया before us फिर they made too शरारत मस्ती so Allah said send angels मलाइका कि निकालो इनको तो मार मार के भगा दिया बहुतों को मार दिया बहुत से इधर उधर जजाइर में समंदर में छोटे छोटे आइलैंड में जंगल में फॉरेस्ट में भाग गए वहाँ रहने लगे और जो आबादी का लैंड है उसमें अल्लाह ने इंसान को ठहराया तो उमूमन जिन जो हैं जिन दे नॉर्मली लिव इन ऐसे जो झाड़ियाँ हैं फॉरेस्ट हैं जंगल्स हैं समंदर हैं आइलैंड्स हैं वहाँ ज़्यादा रहते हैं वो हमारे यहाँ ब्लैकबर्न से बोल्टन आते हैं तो रास्ते में एक बहुत स्पूकी रोड आता है वहाँ स्ट्रीट लाइट्स भी नहीं अंधेरा है और दोनों तरफ बड़े बड़े झाड़ हैं फॉरेस्ट जैसे है जंगल है एक मरतबा वंस मौलाना अब्दुल समद वाकानेरी साहब was there in England and he was an amil and he had a lot of connection with jinns. So he was traveling from Bolton to Blackburn or the other way at night, अंधेरा में. तो वहाँ से गुजरे तो हजरत तो जिक्र अज़कार में थे. अचानक कहने लगे, भाई यहाँ पर जिन की बहुत बड़ी आबादी है कि ये जो फॉरेस्ट है इसमें बहुत बड़ी जिन्नात की आबादी है. नजर आ गया उनको. अच्छा, वहाँ एक किस्सा भी हुआ. One story happened, incident happened as well. This taxi driver, 2 o'clock at night, winter, pitch dark. He was traveling from Blackburn to Bolton. So, you know, as he is going that road, that spooky area, he saw one was hitchhiking. So he just passed by and then he thought, yeah, there's nobody here. Where's she going to get lift from? So he stopped, he reversed, and he spoke to her, where do you want to go? And she said, I want to go Bolton, such and such a place. Okay, then sit at the back, I'll drop you off. So she sat at the back, they kept talking. Now, after 10-15 minutes, they enter Bolton. So he says to her, look, my taxi base is there, so I'll drop you off at so-and-so place, you can walk it from there. She said, all right. And as they approach that place, he stops his car and he says, get out. He looks at the back, there's nobody there. They get out, there's nobody there. Nobody's opening the door. And he freaked out. Rather than going taxi, he went straight home, go to road, he got torn out, down his throat. 3 days his fever didn't go. तो ये जिन जो हैं बाज़ मरतबा सताते हैं. एक मरतबा one person was going from one village to another village in our homeland, India. He was walking at night. Now, he's walking in the bushes. He heard the sound of a baby crying. So he thought, early ratna, half right, middle of the night, what is the baby doing over here? So he looked at the way, nice, beautiful baby. So he carried the baby and said, I'll take it to the village. So now as he was carrying the baby, bringing, the baby started to grow in his hands. It was going bigger and bigger. So sometimes jinn, they can't tease you like that as well. But you should not be scared of them. You know, this reminds me of my friend Hafiz Ali. Hafiz Ali, Mukshev Ali, Itawala, lives in Bharuch. He says that, you know, Bharuch is a city and people have to go out to the farmlands for farming. So they come back in the evening. So he said once this farmer, he went to the fields, he did his work, there was a little bit of work left. So he thought, there's only a little bit left, let me finish it. And then I'll go so I don't have tension tomorrow. So he carried on until sunset, Maghrib, darkness fell. And then he, you know, made his cart with the ox. And the ox and the cows, bull, they know their way. Once you put the cart on them and you bring them on the road, they just keep walking and come straight to the home. So what the driver, you know, the farmer does is he falls asleep, he dozes off. And the oxes keep walking, they go straight to their home. So he sat in there and he was dozing off. And the ox are going and it's pitch black, dark, there's no street, there's nothing. And suddenly someone jumps into his cart, which is empty, there's space at the back as well. So he says, Allah jani la man khabar se tu kaun hai? Hey, go away from me, I know who you are. And he says, I'm not going. Marish, I'm going to beat you up. And he said, I'm going to beat you up. Now they both start wrestling at the back of the cart. And the oxes are ting, 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 they are moving. And they keep struggling, fighting, wrestling in the back of the cart. And the oxes are moving. They kept wrestling, fighting, hitting one another, beating one another. Until they came to Mohammadpura. And in Mohammadpura, there's some little bit of street lights. So when the lights came, the jinn said, all right, okay, I'm going. All right, ja. So jinn chala gaya. और ये अपना वो बैलगाड़ी लेकर घर आया, बैल को उठा रहा, उस पर से बैल को उछाला वाला डाला, जाके सो गया, कुछ भी नहीं. This is because their iman was strong, their mentality was strong. Look at the taxi driver. His iman is weak, he freaked out and 3 days he had fever. But look at this farmer. He knows things is very strong. And mentally, physically, imani, ruhani, spiritually, he's got the strength. He is warning the jinn, I'm going to beat you up. तो जिन जो है ये तो एक मखलूक है अल्लाह की, and they are a creation of Allah. They sometimes try to tease you, but you have to be stronger than them. You have to look at them in the eye and they run off. Abdullah ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu died. His student Ikrimah, who loved his ustad, he was very sad. Now, what started happening was, when he would start namaz and he's down, a jinn would come in the form of Abdullah ibn Abbas and in his clothing and appear before Ikrimah. So Ikrimah would be agitated in his salah, he couldn't pray, and he would have to break his salah and run away from there. This happened a few times. So Ikrimah thought, okay, I have to do something. So once, when he was coming for namaz, he hid a dagger in his pocket. Now jinns don't know ghaib. If they claim to know ghaib, they're lying. And jinns lie more than human beings. So you can't trust an amil. Don't go by the word of an amil. If he's telling the truth, how do you know the jinn is telling him the truth? Anyway, so he hid the dagger. Now the jinn doesn't know. He started his salat, and the jinn appeared. He took out the dagger and attacked him. And as soon as he attacked him, मारा न भाग गया. उसके बाद कभी नहीं आया. Then he never came. तो ऐसे कभी sometimes if the jinn comes to make you parishan, don't get scared. You know, in the school, in the playground, you get some bullies. Who do they bully? The weak child. But if a child is strong and he says, hey, mujhala. So the bully himself will quieten down. So sometimes you have to draw your chest out and look in the eyes. With the jinns is the same. You look in the eye and you beat you up, so wo jinnat khud bhag jayega. But if you are a weak link and you show some fear and weakness, then he'll keep on coming after you, attacking you, giving you problems. Masti karega, shararat karega, chidayega, rulayega. The more you cry, the better he'll feel. Isliye, Dr. Saab was mentioning the mental problems. This is one of the mental problems. That people always think about jinn, 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 and they're scared. Anything happens, it's jinn, it's jadoo. Fail driving test, mane koi jadoo karti. Ala driving test tu fail diyo. Bijano kam blame kare. Anything, blaming on jinn and jadoo. No jinn and jadoo, yeah, nobody's got fursat to do all that. You have to spend a lot of money. Amils and jadoogars are not free. बहुत पैसा मांगते हैं. They charge huge, hefty sums. Who's got the time and money to go to them and get jinn and jadoo over you? Actually, think carefully. Our Hazrat, Maulana Istu Mutala Sahib Nawwarallahu Murqadahu, was Sahib Firasat. Hazrat invited Dr. Umar Hakim Siddiqui Sahib from Surat, Hakim Chichi. His matab surgery is next to Hakim Chichi. So Hazrat told Dr. Sahib, who is connected to Hazrat, that Dr. Sahib, you should come to England and give the Hakimi medicine to people. So Dr. Sahib came, he stayed for 3 months. Hazrat said, you have to come here every year and stay here for 3 months. Hazrat called Hakim Ajmeri Sahib as well. And Hazrat once mentioned, I'm only calling these Hakims because in England, anything happens, mental problem, people go to jinn jadoo. It's not jinn jadoo, it's something mental. And you give them some khamira, some medicines, Hakimi medicine, and they get better. डॉक्टरी मेडिसिन जो होती है, दवाइयाँ, गोलियाँ, प्रोजाक और ये सब जेड वाली, तो वो उसको फिर पूरी ज़िंदगी खाना पड़ता है. लेकिन हकीमी मेडिसिन, you take it for 3 months, 6 months, you get better, then you're okay. Then you don't need to continue with them. And Hakimi medicines in mental illness work better. So Hazrat used to call them. Dr. Umar Saab, Hazrat used to host them. I used to, first time Hazrat called Dr. Umar Saab, he told me, go and pick it up from Manchester airport. I picked him up, I brought him home, I fed him, I kept him at my father's house, which was empty. He stayed there for a few days. And then, he did his surgery from there. And then he kept on coming for many years. And the good thing about him was, he said, no fees for consultation. Free consultation. He would only charge for the medicine. And that would be nominal charge, £10, £20, £30, maximum 40, £50. So people can afford it as well. Hakim Ajmeri Sahib used to come. Hakim Ajmeri Sahib was Khalifa of Hazrat Sheikh Nuwarullah al-Qadaw. An ajib personality, very nice, very soft, very gentle, akhlaqi admi the. Hakim Sahib once said to me, he came few times, 3-4 times. So he said, I was getting ready to come, and my wife seriously said, "Zara ek minute idhar aao na, yahan baitho, sit down." So why? एक काम है. क्या काम है? बोलो, आप यहाँ बैठो नहीं पहले. So Hakim Sahib sat down. She brought a Quran सामने. कुरान पे हाथ रखो, कसम खाओ, वहां जाके दूसरी शादी नहीं करोगे. And Hakim said, what are you talking about? No, you are going there regularly. I'm scared. You might get another wife. Well, I'm not going to do that. Like, Quran pe haath rakho, kasam khao. So, Hakim Sahib had to put his hand on the Quran and say, kasam, I won't get married again. So, Hakim Sahib came, and he, in one of the safars, like he come many times, in his last safar, he was staying in Birmingham, and bichara, he fell ill. And he died in Birmingham. So he's buried near Kidderminster. When I go for Kidderminster conference, I get off on M6, on M5 exit, and M5 first exit, West Bromwich Albion football ground. You take that exit, and after football ground, on left, there is the Birmingham cemetery. And Hakim Sahib is buried there. So when I go to Kidderminster, I set off a bit early, I go to Hakim Sahib's qabr, I do my Fatiha. Hakim Sahib was a nice person, he used to give us nice advice. And we remember him, we read some Quran for him. So Hazrat was a man of visionary. He used to call Hakim Sahib and say, कि भाई लोगों का इलाज करो. And they helped a lot of people and diverted their minds from jinns and jadus. And Hazrat also told Mufti Hayat Sahib, कि भाई go down this line, herbal medicine. इसमें हलाल रिज्क मिलेगा और इज्जत की रोजी मिलेगी. तो Mufti Hayat Sahib, he knows some homeopathic as well and herbal medicine as well. And he has a surgery. क्या नाम है surgery का? Zenith Clinic. तो people come for herbal medicine और वो herbal medicine से ठीक हो जाते हैं. तो वो विटामिन देनी पड़ती है, जिंक देना पड़ता है, विटामिन डी की कमी होती है, इंजेक्शन शॉट लगा दिया तो उससे फायदा हो गया. तो ये जिन जादू, that's a totally different world. Jinns have their own life. They have to fend for themselves. They have to make their own money. They have to make their rizq. There's a book on jinns, Akamul Rajan fi Akamil Jan. It's written in there that jinnah's life is similar to our life. They have groups and sects in them. There are Muslims, Christians, Yahud, Hindus, Buddhists, all types. And like we have our sects, Firqa, Deobandi, Barelvi, Shia, they have same in them as well. And they have to, fend for themselves. Now, this Suratul Jinn, describes the good jinns. And among jinn, there are good jinns as well. Nice jinns. They are friendly, and they are believers, and they have friendship with some ulama, mashayikh, buzurgan al-deen, right? Maulana Abdul Raheem Mutala Sahib rahmatullahi alayhi was Amil, and sometimes his amaliyat, he wouldn't do it normally, but when there is some emergency or dire need or something, Hazrat would do amal and he would take the jinn out. Mufti Mahmud Sahib was big amil. Once Mufti Mahmud Sahib came to UK, and in Batley someone was affected by this jinn, and the lady has gone berserk, and everyone was, in a terrible state. She was uncontrollable. So they sent someone to Darul to take Mufti Mahmud Sahib. Mufti Mahmud Sahib was not so well at the time. He was bimar, he was unable to go. So he said, just go and tell the jinn that Mahmud is coming. In the gate, tell him that Mahmud is coming. वहाँ जाकर उसको सिर्फ इतना कहा भाई मुफ्ती महमूद साहब इस कभी इसे ओके ओके I'm going. खुद ही चला गया. Our Hazrat was a big amil as well. Hazrat used to do amaliyat. He was once in South Africa, and in South Africa में ये जिन जादू बहुत चलता है. वहाँ बहुत ये काले वाले बहुत काला जादू काले जिन करते हैं ये सब. तो somebody had some jinn problem. So Hazrat did some amaliyat and took the jinn out. Now what they do sometimes is they put him in a bottle, close the bottle, and bury that genie in sand. Sometimes they burn the jinn as well. Some amaliyat. If he doesn't come out, then they do some amaliyat by which they finish him off. So these types of amaliyat, Hazrat did something and the jinn was giving trouble and he had to do something. But later on, few days later, the person was cured. He got better, jinn was gone, finished. But a few days later, Hazrat's daughter Khadija Appa fell really ill with fever, bukhar. So doctor ki yahan gaye, couldn't figure it out. Why is this sudden fever? And then one night, Hazrat was sleeping in the same room. Khadija, young little child, is sleeping. And Hazrat was between sleep and wakefulness. And suddenly he saw that a jinn comes and he is blowing fire at Khadija. And the fire is shooting at Khadija. And Hazrat, immediately got up, he recited some more wizard, and the jinn fled. Hazrat wrote this to Hazrat Sheikh. And Hazrat Sheikh Rahmatullah wrote back, tum isi waqt amaliyat chhod do. Stop doing these amaliyat. He said, you will protect yourself with mu'awwizat, Ayatul Kursi, Surah Falaq, Nas, and Manzil. But what about your family, your children? So when the jinns can't get to you, they'll attack your family. So give up all that. So Hazrat gave it all up. But still, वो तो जिन है, कभी कभी ऐसे ही मस्ती करते हैं, सताते हैं. Hazrat in Darul Uloom used to, before he bought the house, he used to live in the 4 rooms in the boarding. So ऊपर जाएं तो Hazrat के दरवाजे की चाबी से you open the door. So Khala Jan had gone to India. Hazrat was there alone. So students used to walk with Hazrat to the room, go upstairs in that 4 room and bring food for Hazrat, and they would sit with Hazrat, eat. So normally one student, who was the Khadim, he would rush ahead and open the door for Hazrat. So that day he went ahead and he was trying to open the door, but the door was not opening. He couldn't understand. He's checking, is the same key. And meantime Hazrat arrives. He said, what's up? Hazrat, I'm turning the key, but the door's not opening. So Hazrat laughed. And then he said, Hato, wo aa gaya hai. Hey, khul. What are you doing? And he turned the key and door opened up. वो जिन कभी इस तरह आता था परेशान करने के लिए. तो हजरत तो जानते थे, हजरत तो नहीं डरते थे. बाज़ मरतबा हजरत ने कोई जगह खरीदी, अब उसमें कोई इस तरह का है, तो हजरत सिर्फ एक तावीज़ भेज देते थे और अपना तसर्रुफ फरमा देते थे, जिन भाग जाते थे वहाँ से और जगह पाक साफ क्लीन हो जाती थी. जब राजफोर्ट की जगह में अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह शुरू में कुछ ऐसे ऐसे हुए इंसिडेंट, हजरत ने कुछ अमलियात अपना किया और ख़त्म. तो अल्लाह वाले जो होते हैं ये इस लाइन में बहुत पक्के होते हैं. लेकिन अब इस ज़माने में ऐसे अल्लाह वाले हज़रत जैसे मिलना बड़ा मुश्किल है। आमिल जो है उसमें भी 2 नंबर का माल बहुत है। तो वो अल्लाह हिफाजत करे सबकी और इस तरह की चीज़ों से बचाए। कोई सही आमिल है, अहले हक़ में से है, तो go to him and seek help. Otherwise, you can protect yourself as well. How? Best way for protection is manzil. Right? Manzil is in the hadith. I will finish off now. Manzil is in the hadith. Ubay ibn Ka'b radiyallahu anhu's hadith in Musnad Ahmad. A child was brought to Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam whilst he was traveling somewhere on journey, and the mother said, Ya Rasulullah, something happens to him in the morning and evening. He's totally a different kid. He screams and throws things around and I don't know what, I just can't control him. Only mornings and evenings. Other time he's like a normal child. So Nabi Pak sallallahu alaihi wasallam understood. So he recited some ayat and blew on the child. And in one riwayat, he said, Ukhruj adu Allah. Come out, O Adullah, enemy of Allah. And the child started getting vomit. And he vomited. And as he vomited, a small puppy came out and ran off. After that, the child was cured, it was okay. And when Huzur was coming back, returning from the safar, he asked that lady, how's your child? Ya Rasulullah, he's perfectly okay now. Nothing's happened, he's healthy. Everything's gone. Those ayat are collected in a small booklet by Hazrat Sheikh and then our Hazrat Pir Al-Hasab, and he used to give them out. And it's in PDF format as well. It's in Alhamdu Sharif, Alif Lam Mim to Muflihun, Ayatul Kursi, and the 2 ayats that follow. And Inna Deena Indallahi al-Islam, Shahidallahu annahu la ilaha illahu. And then قُلِ ادْعُوا اللَّهَ وِذُو الرَّحْمَنِ هُوَ اللَّهُ الَّذِي لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا هُوَ وَالصَّافَّاتِ صَفًّا فَالزَّاجِرَاتِ زَجْرًا فَالتَّالِيَاتِ ذِكْرًا. Surah Jinn's ayat and some other ayat, Mu'awwazatain and Surah Ikhlas. You read all those and you blow on the affected person and Allah cures. You blow on water, give them to drink, they drink it, Allah gives shifa. If you have something in the house, you blow, read it, blow on a glass of water, take some water in your hand and sprinkle it on the walls, all 4 walls. Make sure the water fall on the ground because it's barakati water, so it shouldn't drop on the floor. It should only on the walls. And inshallah, any asarat will fade away. मेरे साथ एक दफ़े ऐसा हुआ, एक दफ़े पोर्टुगल में हुआ, ईद का दिन था, हम लोग जाने वाले थे स्पेन, तो गाड़ी तैयार हो गई थी। अब कोई आया कहा कि मोहम्मद साहब यहाँ एक जिन का प्रॉब्लम है, आप आओ। अरे मैं तो स्पेन जा रहा हूँ, मैं कहाँ वहाँ जाऊँ, आई एम नॉट गोइंग, एंड प्लस आई डोंट नो ऑल दिस अमलियात, इट्स नॉट माय फील्ड। नो मोहम्मद साहब प्लीज यू हैव टू कम, प्लीज यू हैव टू कम, यू हैव टू डू समथिंग। अब वो मौलाना रिजवान रशीद ने कहा कि हाँ मोहम्मद साहब आप चलो नहीं, ज़रा थोड़ी देर के लिए, कोई नहीं हम वहाँ से निकल जाएंगे। मैं कहा चलो, मैं गया। Now the young girl was in one room, it's a flat, and there's all ladies and she's berserk. So I just went and I sat in the kitchen on a chair. And I said, what happened? And I said, this is a problem. And she was screaming her head off and berserk. And so I just read Manzil. I blew on water. I said, ye pila do usko. And I wrote some taweez Hazrat had taught me. Naqsh 15 wali taweez Hazrat taught me. हज़रत तो हज़रत थी यार, क्या हज़रत का कहें, हमने हज़रत की कदर नहीं की, अल्लाह हमें माफ़ करे। I was once going for Hajj and Hazrat told me, do 125,000 times wazifa of Ya Qayyum. And I did it. Ya Qayyum, Ya Qayyum, Ya Qayyum. पूरा हज के सफ़र में या क़य्यूम पढ़ता रहा. And I did 125,000. Hazrat said, now your amal is done. When you write ta'weez, write Ya Qayyum and it will be beneficial. And then Hazrat said, Naqsh 15 ta'weez. और उसके अंदर in the boxes write Ya Qayyum. Write हुरूफ सुरयानी. और ये जिन के लिए मुफीद है. मैं लिख के दे देता हूँ. मैं वो लिख के दे दिया. फिर हम तो स्पेन चले गए, स्पेन से वापस आए, क्या हाल चाल, सब बिल्कुल ठीक ठाक है, सब खत्म हो गया। तो मंजिल बहुत फ़ायदेमंद है। एक दफ़े हमारे महल्ले में ऐसा हुआ, रात का टाइम था, मैं जो है वो सोने के लिए ऊपर चला गया, आई टुक माय वाइफ कम्स एंड से बाजूમાં પેલી બાઈને ત્યાંથી ફોન આવ્યો, જરાક ચાલો ને, તો હવે હું ઠાકેલો છે हुआ नहीं वो प्रॉब्लमમાં છે, એ કંઈ બ્લેક બન ગયા હતા અને પાછા આવતા હતા, અને પેલું છે ને ત્યાંથી પાસ થયા, પેલું એ પૂરી બસર્ટ થઈ ગઈ, એ કંઈ થઈ ગયું, કંઈ જીન આવી ગયો, તો એ બહુ બૂમ પાડે, બહુ બરાડા પાડે, આખું પરેશાન છે। तो फिर मैं उठा, डब्बा पहना, वजू किया, वजू करके मैं पड़ोस में महल्ले में ही गया। तो पीछे से किचन के दरवाजे से मैं दाखिल हुआ, किचन में बैठा, वो लड़की अंदर बैठी है, वो मुझे नहीं देख सकती, मैं इधर से। तो मैं देखता रहा कि उसका बिहेवियर, हाउ शी इज बिहेविंग, हर हस्बैंड इज स्टैंडिंग इन फ्रंट ऑफ हर एंड दे आर बोथ आर्ग्यूइंग, एंड हर मदर इज देयर एज वेल, हर डैड इज देयर एज वेल, एंड एवरीबॉडी। एंड सो मैंने फिर वहाँ पढ़ना शुरू किया, मंजिल, आई स्टार्टेड रीडिंग द मंजिल। वो उस वक्त मेरे जेब में नहीं थी, लेकिन वो आयत तो याद है, तो मंजिल्स वर्सेस आई जस्ट स्टार्टेड रीडिंग देम, एंड देन आई सेड गिव मी अ ग्लास ऑफ वाटर, आई ब्लू ऑन इट एंड आई took it inside and I sat on the side, she can't see me, she's still arguing, very गुस्से में, परेशान हो रही है वो, you are like that and you don't do this, you don't do that, and then she looked at me, she said, मुर्जा भाई, तो बिल्कुल एकदम चौंक गई। and then she says, आप यहाँ क्यों आए हैं? मैंने कहा वैसे ही आया हूँ। now she's a गुजराती लड़की, right, she doesn't know Urdu, but she's speaking first class लखनवी उर्दू। आप यहाँ क्यों आए हैं? मैंने कहा मैं ऐसे ही आया हूँ। आपको क्या मसला है? ये है ना, इसको मैंने कहा कि मुझे सोना चाहिए, जेवर चाहिए, ये चाहिए, वो लाके नहीं दे रहा। मैंने कहा क्यों? आपको, मुझे ज़रूरत है इसकी। आपको ज़रूरत है तो आप जाओ नहीं, आपके पास तो बहुत वसाइल हैं, आप कहीं से भी ले सकते हैं, इसके बेचारे के शोहर को क्यों आप परेशान करते हो? नहीं, इसको कहो मुझे ला करके दे। मैं कह ये नहीं ला सकता है, आप जाओ लेकर के आओ, इस बच्ची को क्यों आप परेशान करते हैं, अब निकलो यहाँ से। तो कहने लगी कि नहीं मैं नहीं जाऊँगा, और वो मैस्कुलिन में बोल रहा है, मैं नहीं जाऊँगा, मैं यहीं रहूँगा। मैंने कहा नहीं, आपको जाना पड़ेगा। तो मैंने कहा चलो ठीक है, इंशाल्लाह मैं इनको कहता हूँ आपकी ज़रूरत पूरी करेंगे, लेकिन आप इसको परेशान न करो। फिर उसको मैंने वो पानी दिया कि ये पानी पी लो, तो पानी हाथ में लिया, ज़रा सा यूँ लिया, और फिर वो पानी का ग्लास उसके शोहर के मुंह पे फेंक दिया। She didn't drink the water. अच्छा, I kept praying मंजिल and blowing on her, and she looked at me like this. अच्छा चलो आप आए हैं, ये फातिमा भाभी आई हैं, इसलिए मैं चला जाता हूँ, लेकिन मैं फिर आऊँगा। And then, you know, the girl, she was sitting like this comfortably, and suddenly she just slipped off, fell, as a giri. Oh, and she's crying. Oh, mommy, sorry, we won't take you. I don't know what happened. And she's a different person. She's crying. Mommy, maaf kar jo, mommy, mune maaf kar jo. And she's back to her normal. So, alhamdulillah, थोड़ा सा स्ट्रगल हुआ, लेकिन वो जिन भाग गया। उसके बाद मैंने उसको एक तावीज़ लिख दी, अब मैंने कहा ये तुम पहन लो। पहन ली तावीज़। कुछ दिन बाद मैंने पूछा हाउ आर यू? मौलवी साहब अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, आई एम फीलिंग रियली गुड। Now she used to live in another house with her husband. She said that sometimes, you know, when my husband's at work, I could see the jinn in my room. He would come here and there, but now alhamdulillah he's disappeared, he doesn't come. After a few weeks, she comes back and she says, "Maulan sahab, biji taweez likhi lo nahi? Dusri taweez likh do." What happened? Maulan sahab, you know, I put that taweez somewhere and I went for shower and I came back and the taweez was gone. It disappeared. मैंने कहा, why didn't you look after it properly? I'm not writing it. मैं कहा हर वक्त नहीं तावीज़ लिखा, वो भी दूसरी तीसरी चौथी फिर रही तो सिलसिला लग जाएगा, मांगने जाती है। No, maulan sahab, please, I won't do it again, please, maulan sahab. I said, all right, write it. I wrote another one. Alhamdulillah, now she's a mother of 3 kids, perfect, healthy, nothing wrong. तो कभी कभी ऐसे कोई सीरियस केस हो तो हम कभी कभी हेल्प कर देते हैं, वरना ये हमारी फील्ड नहीं है. मेरे पास HLC में किसी का फ़ोन आए, मैं कह रहा हूँ भाई मैं तो एक मुदर्रिस हूँ, आई एम अ टीचर, एजुकेटर, माई फील्ड इज़ टीचिंग. इफ़ आई गो डाउन दैट लाइन तो मेरे पास टाइम ही नहीं रहेगा, मैं पढ़ाऊँगा कैसे? क्योंकि ये तो ऐसे केस आएंगे दूर दूर से कि हमको वो हमारे हाथ से मसला निकल जाएगा. तो ये जिन्नात वाली फील्ड जो है, ये इसमें जाने का नहीं, एहतियात बेहतर है, टेक इट ईजी. इन मोस्ट केसेस, ये तो मैंने जो 1-2 केस सुनाए ना, ये रेयर केसेस हैं, वरना इन मोस्ट केसेस वो हैपेंस इज मेंटल प्रॉब्लम. वो मेंटल डिसऑर्डर होता है. और डॉक्टर साहब ने आज हमको बहुत अच्छी टिप्स दी. इफ यू फॉलो दोज टिप्स यू गेट बेटर. खत्म. बस आई विल फिनिश ऑफ ऑन दिस. हमारे लेस्टर में थे मौलाना आदम साहब. मौलाना आदम साहब in Leicester is old, he's died now, is one of the pioneers of the Dini Madaris and Masajid and Dini Mahal in Leicester. So Maulana Sahib used to do amaliyat as well. Now, some people said, Maulana Sahib, हमारी पोइडी निकली थी, जवान पोइडी है. तो जरा जुआनी चेक करो नहीं मौलाना साहब. तो मौलाना साहब checked. वो normally what amils do is they say उसने जो कपड़ा पहना हो ना, which is touching the body like this vest, so bring that which is no older than 3 days, within 3 days, and then they pray something, blow on there, they measure, and then if it shrinks तो उसका एक मतलब, if it enlarges तो उसका फिर दोबारा पढ़ के फिर measure करते हैं. तो पहले it was 2 hands span, now it's 2.5 or it's 1.5, that means there's something there. तो उससे वो चेक करते हैं. मुझे तो नहीं आता लेकिन करते हैं. मौलाना आदम साहब चेक्ड, और मौलाना आदम साहब से इसको कुछ भी नहीं, नारिया मौलाना साहब भी यार मौलाना साहब छः ही नहीं कहीं. मौलाना साहब से ऑलराइट, ओके, वेट मिनट. मौलाना साहब गॉट पीस ऑफ पेपर. मौलाना साहब said, take this piece of paper, take this pen, scribble whatever you want in there. Right? So they just made some chitra, scribble. Mawlana Sahib said, you fold it with your own hands. So they folded it with their own hands. And I said, give it to me. Now Mawlana Sahib stood on the door of the passage and she was in the other room. And Mawlana Sahib stood there and એમ જ અમઠા ખાલી ખાલી દરવાજા પાસે ઉભા રહી, જો આ તાવીજ તમને તેમ જ હા એની ઇનેમાં પકડાવો, એને જીન હોય તો હમણાં જ એમનું જીન હાજર થઈ જાય. Right? That I'm going with this tawiz, give it in her hands. If she has jinn, the jinn will instantly come. So they gave it in her hand. And she started screaming. So her father said, oh, તારી માની ચોર, આ તો મેં બધું સ્ક્રિબલ કરેલું હતું કે તાવીજ બાવીજ નથી. એમ કે તું ચલ જુઠ્ઠી મારી આવી પાખંડ કરે કાલ્પન કરે, चल निकल यहाँ से, झूठ बोलती है नरे, you're lying, there's nothing, there's no taweez, I scribbled it there. Maulana Sahib, I told you, it's nothing, it's something psychological, something mental, go away from here. So sometimes some youngsters are attention seekers, right? They want attention, so they do this type of kalpan. So, you have to be careful in that field. Khulasa is, we read today Surah Jinn. Surah Jinn is beautiful surah, and you read some Surah Jinn's verses and other verses, and you can protect yourself against the shararat and evil of jinns. It's a very good protection. You don't need to go to amils and amaliyats, right? Check the problem out yourself. If it's psychological, mental, go to the doctor, take medication, you'll get better, the patient will get better. If it's something else, really is something, check it out from a proper amil, and then do some amaliyat, muawwizat. Mufti Mahmud Sahib used to give muawwizat. 40 din ke liye amal karo, jinn do sab khatam. 5 times a day, every namaz. 3 times Durood Sharif. 3 times Surah Fatiha. 3 times Ayatul Kursi. And 3 times 4 quls. Qul ya ayyuhal kafirun, qul huwallahu, qul falaq, qul bin nas. And then 3 times Durood Sharif again. Got it? 3 Durood Sharif before and after. Fatiha, Ayatul Kursi, 4 quls, 3 times. Just read them, blow on your hands, and then pass them over your whole body, starting from your head, face, and everywhere, whole body, everywhere, wherever you can. Right? 5 times a day, after every namaz, and once before going to sleep. Within 40 days, everything will be cleaned. I say to people, even in 1 week you will find the benefit. एक वीक में ही तुमको फायदा महसूस हो जाएगा. तो अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह एक वीक में सब साफ सूफ हो जाता है, clean. So you can work on yourself and get better, stay healthy, get rid of all the jinn, jadoo, asrat, mental problem, psychological problem. Life is beautiful, life is pleasant. Zindagi badi achhi hai, pyari zindagi hai. Enjoy your life, work how you need to work, do what you need to do. Please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, have a nice job, have nice money, nice life, nice wife, nice car, nice home. Enjoy your life, right? And at the same time, do your namaz, roza, sadqa, khairat as well. Akbar Ilahabadi said to the college students, addressing the college and university students, तुम शौक से कॉलेज में फलो, पार्क में फूलो, जायज़ है गुबारों में उड़ो, चरख पे झूलो, बस एक सुखन बंदे आजिज कर रहे याद, अल्लाह को और अपनी हकीकत को न भूलो. शौक से कॉलेज में फलो, पार्क में फूलो. You can grow up and blossom in the parks and in colleges. Study hard. Be someone who can benefit the society. Doctor, lawyer, barrister, engineer, whatever you want to do. Pursue your desired profession. Be what you want. Jaiz e ghubaron mein uro, you can fly in the clouds. Charkh pe jhulo, you can swing on the skies. However, ek sukhan bande ajiz kar hai yaad. Remember one advice. Allah ko aur apni haqiqat ko na bhulo. Don't forget Allah and don't forget your reality, who you are, why you are on the face of this earth, what you should be doing here. Just remember that, Allah and your reality. Baki, you can do whatever you like, enjoy your life, eat, khao, piyo, maze se. Doctor साहब को अच्छा नहीं लगेगा, लेकिन खाओ पियो. आज तो समोसा, माशाअल्लाह, समोसा का पावर देख लिया आज. समोसा is powerful यार. I said to the ladies, समोसा हम 2 दिन से आए हैं, हमको समोसा नहीं मिला. माशाअल्लाह अब आज इतने समोसे आए कि समोसे का ढेर लग गया. बच गया, अभी हमने रखा है, अभी तरावी के बाद फिर समोसा खाएंगे इंशाअल्लाह. Samosa is very powerful. In the 1950s and 60s, when our Lord came to UK, right, when we needed something from home office, they would make, a tray full of samosas, go to the home office, and the officers would enjoy the samosas. Oh, come ho jara passport ka. That's the power of samosa. And the Koreans, they would look at the samosa, and they see, this triangle is closed from everywhere. How did the keema get inside? I don't understand how the mince went in when it's closed from everywhere. तो बेचारे को समझ ही नहीं पड़ती थी कि how this samosa is made. तो samosa is extremely powerful. और माशाअल्लाह समोसा के साथ और भी कुछ आया, शामी कबाब भी आए, और वेजिटेबल भी आया, हलीम भी आया, भाजी भी आई. माशाअल्लाह हमारे डॉक्टर साहब के लिए स्पेशल तैयार, हारून भाई की यहाँ से, सईद भाई की यहाँ से, अब्दुल हफीज़ की यहाँ से सलाद भी आया माशाअल्लाह, और तैयार किया हुआ हेल्थी, और स्मूदी भी आया. हमने भी पिया वो स्मूदी. मैंने कहा यार इसमें मिठास नहीं है, थोड़ा फीका है, हमको तो मीठी चीज़ चाहिए. ये डॉक्टर साहब के लिए ठीक है, हमको तो वो मीठा शरबत लाओ, मिल्क शेक लाओ, मिल्क शेक चाहिए. खैर अल्लाह माफ़ करे, हमारी लाइफ स्टाइल ऐसी है. अल्लाह पाक, खाओ पियो, मज़े करो, एंजॉय करो, लेकिन डॉक्टर साहब के कहने का मकसद ये है लिमिट में खाओ. स्टे विद इन लिमिट्स, डोंट एक्सीड द लिमिट्स. आगे मत बढ़ जाओ, खाओ लेकिन मॉडरेटली के साथ खाओ. बहुत ज़्यादा पेट भरना, फिर शाम तक खट्टे डकार लेना, इससे बीमारियां होती है. अल्लाह बीमारियों से बचाए, हम सबको सेहतमंद रखे, अल्लाह हमसे राज़ी हो जाए. सुब्हानकल्लाहुम्मा व बिहम्दिक, नशहदु अन ला इलाहा इल्ला अंत, नस्तगफिरुका व नतूबु इलैक. Parwardigar alam, accept our sitting over here. Allah protect us, our children, from all jinns, jadoos, mental illnesses, psychological problems, all maris, diseases, sicknesses. Keep us healthy, safe and well. Allow us to enjoy our lives and to be an asset for the society. Make our children, give our children the best of both dunya and akhirat. Make them beautiful hafiz and alim, and Allah give them the best in dunya as well. And Allah accept whatever little we have to offer. Accept our Ramzan, accept our Roza, Taraweeh, Ibadat. Be pleased with us. Give us all the good things which your beloved Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam asked from you. Protect us from all those evils from which he has sought your protection. Wa sallallahu wa sallim ala sayyidina Muhammad wa alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in.